Hi everyone, Catherine here from Inky Fingered Cat. Firstly, let's do an amazing whoop whoop for Robin, my amazing hairdresser, who has done Christmas red on me today. Looking a little bit rainbow draggled, but never mind. There's also marks from the hair dye everywhere. Never mind. So why have I come on? Come on, because I've had a crafty splurge, and you can probably see what it is. Just been playing. I've done a bit of prep for this video. How weird is that? So I thought I'd come on, share that I have bought the colour cubes, and explain what the colour cubes are very briefly. People will already know what they are probably, because a lot of YouTube and Instagram makers have already shared them. So I'm not going to go into the rocket science of this, A, because there is none, but also, you know, the reality is everybody will know what they are as soon as they see them. But yeah, but I'm on more to tell you what my plan is and to ask if you think it's a good idea for a YouTube series, probably starting in the new year. So I have bought the colour cubes. Colour cubes are these things. Okay, there's volume 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 already existed, but apparently they have been changed for this version too. So the exact difference I'm not entirely sure, but what I understand is the box itself is now easier to get in and out of. It now has these little tabs, for example, to separate out different sections, with the a card. The card for the tab has got all of the numbers on of each of them. So for those of you who don't know what a colour cube is, each box, and I did buy all 4 because I thought, well, I might as well. In with a penny, in with many pounds. Each box has got 250 cards, and just picking one at random here, they've each got, isn't that beautiful? They've each got an inspiration photograph. So that's an absolutely gorgeous, I'm going to go sunset, could be sunrise. And then it's the colours that are taken from that inspiration photograph. And on the reverse is those colours again. Names that might be based on a specific brand or whatever. Apparently she's combined loads of different supplies. These are the numbers, these are the names of them, but underneath it is a hashtag that gives you a reference number, and if you put that into Google, it'll give you the RGB hex code. She says it like she knows what it means. I do vaguely know what it means. It'll be great for things like digital designers, that kind of person, not me. Oh, I can't believe I read those. it'll go, it'll all be fine. And also I've not put any makeup on, and I'm still feeling a bit rough after several weeks of being poorly. So but I have got more energy today than I've had, and yeah, all on plan to go back to work on Monday. That's the plan. That's the plan. Anyway, so and then on this side is the gradients of each of the colours. Okay, so the whole plan is that you will take a card, be inspired by it, and use it as a colour scheme for whatever project you're working on. And I think that a lot of people who do colouring books might use it. Any kind of artist, interior designers, it would be good for doing a colour scheme for a room or whatever. Obviously I'm a card maker primarily, or a scrapbooker, so I'm thinking this is going to help me, not because I don't understand how to put colours together, but it's going to help me get out of a rut of always choosing the same colours. That's my plan. Okay, so that's why I persuaded myself to buy it. Did I need much persuasion? No, because I had watched all of these people saying how great it was, and I had 3 or 4 times put it in my basket and then gone, that's a lot of money, put it back, put it back, put it back. But I have ended up going, look at me, I'm half dressed as well. I have just gone and plumped for it in the end of it. That's what I've done. So here's my idea that I want a bit of feedback on. I have got another little crafty splurge to share with you, but I'll talk about this first. My idea is for a series to pick a card at random, share this all on YouTube, pick a card at random, and then go and do the colour matching and then make a project. And I think that might be helpful to people to understand how to use the box, but also other people might also go, oh, that's a really good idea, I'm going to use those colours together. And I'm hoping it might inspire people to do that. That's my plan, but I have had a search. I cannot find a YouTuber doing this specific thing. What I can find is YouTubers using it for colouring books or that kind of thing, or for jelly printing. And that might be a case that I might at some point do jelly printing, or I might use coloured pens or whatever. But yeah, what I want to know is, do you think that's A, a good idea, and B, do you know someone who's already doing this? I don't think I'll have come up with something new, but you know, I can't find anybody having done it, so I don't think I'm stealing anybody's idea. I've tried to search because, you know, I'm always happy to join other people's ideas. But yeah, so let me know if you know somebody already doing this. I am aware that there are many colour challenges out there in the crafting world in terms of blogs. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, but I can't think of one. But there are ones that already exist that, to be honest, these cards are very similar to what they were putting out. An inspiration photo and then some colours. And obviously colour challenges. I loved the colour challenge, and to be honest, this is partly why. So during 30 days of Christmas card making, I loved the colour schemes that Martin came up with. So yeah, I am sort of like, I loved doing those so much that I kind of wanted to do more colour challenges. But I find the blog ones, even though I blog every day and I do blog hop occasionally, I'm not a big blog reader anymore or follower. So I find it difficult to know where to go and look for these things. So anyway, YouTube, if I follow a person, it just appears in my feed and it's easy. So that's why I was going, if there's someone else doing it, tell me, so I can go and follow theirs. So my idea, I just thought I'd do a little example of my idea. So I picked out this card at random. To be honest, I'm not so keen on the actual inspiration photo. This has come from Neon Glow section, which is dead obvious from it, but it's really bright. As I say, these colour names don't necessarily mean anything to me, so I did a little bit of, well, what would I pick? Because I'm never going to pick exactly the same colour as this is, because I don't know what these colours relate to. But for example, for the mulberry, that's this pink colour, I thought, well, a combination of those two colour inks was probably a good idea. Okay, so either the melon mambo or the rich raspberry, or even melon mambo with a bit of rich raspberry mixed in, would probably make that colour. Or I could just choose, I'm going to choose those two pinky purpley colours, fine. Mellow yellow, the closest I came up with, actually I think is pretty close, which is this Hello Honey. And these are just, I happen to have chosen my Stampin' Up! Inks just because they were to hand. For the turquoise surf, I went Bermuda Bay. Again, fairly good colourway, colour match. Now this next one says denim. Now I've gone a little bit brighter and lighter and gone with Orchid Oasis. Again, some of these are old inks, so I'm not about buying new stuff. She says having just spent a lot of money on new stuff. And then Space Cadet, I think, is like a really dark navy, and I haven't got a really dark navy, but I went with Night of Navy. And then that, as a colour scheme, I thought was really pretty and fairly reminiscent of, if I turn it that way up, that colour combo. And then if I choose those, they're what I'm using for that project. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know what project I'd make. I might make a scrapbook page. I might make a card. I might even go through my supplies and go, actually, I know I've got a pattern paper that's that tealy colour. I'll use that, but then these are the inks that I'm going to use with it, that kind of thing. And then make some projects. So yeah, please do give me your feedback on, oh, I should have put the, oh, I think I've got, so I should have put the little bookmark in place to make it a bit easy to put that back in place. But yeah, give me an idea of whether you think that's a good idea or not. I'm curious as to your thoughts on that. I'm also conscious that I put that on the wrong way because these are beautiful. So they're beautiful. I love them. Did I need 1,000 inspiration cards? No, because that's going to last me even if I did one a day. What, nearly 3 years? But I bought all 4 because I thought, well, I might as well. And they're going to look, well, we all look, well, I love a rainbow. And they're so pretty. They're so pretty. But yeah, I think whether they're value for money is another thing, but a brilliant idea. It's a small business. I've supported them. So I have got one other haul, and a haul that I've already told you about. So I already told you about this that I'd ordered on a previous haul video. I'd ordered this, which is snow-capped holidays from the Spellbinders in the sale. It's a little birdhouse, some birds and some foliage, and a little stick with some snow on top. Cute. And at the same time, I also bought these little champagne smooth discs, Colour Essentials sequins. So they're not like traditional sequins, they are just like almost like an enamel dot shape. So I told you about those were coming last time. I wasn't going to share a video just because they've arrived, but they happen to still be on my desk because I've not been well and I've not been doing anything. But I went on to Pauline. I will pop on the screen what her blog is. So it's a friend of mine, someone I used to work with and my husband worked with. I wouldn't say close friend of any description, but certainly somebody that I knew from work and from her work, from my husband then working with her. She's retired a while ago now, but I see her in the crafting online world. Pauline Carr. It's something papercraft. Passion for papercraft or something along those lines. As I say, by now it'll have been on the screen and you'll know what it is. I saw on her blog she'd used this company and I'd never heard of this company, and I thought, oh, let me go look, because it was a really pretty like layer die set, or like a panel die set. So I bought 4 layering die sets. So first of all, the company is craftaddictionuk.com. I bought these wobbly rectangles layering set. The names of them aren't on them, so I'm not sure what they're actually called. And then these, I bought the square, the rectangle and the circle. But can you see there, the cutting edge is on the outside of the circle, and then it's got this really cute sort of like wibbly wobbly stitched line, double stitch line going round. I just thought that was really cute. And that's the same design on the squares and the rectangles. They didn't seem too expensive to me. I thought they were quite reasonably priced. A UK based company. I'm going to assume these were made in China because most things are. It doesn't actually say. But yeah, small company. Splurged. So that's me up to date with having spent pennies. I have got another delivery on its way, another one from Spellbinders. I have bought something that's got a seagull in it and something that's got a polar bear in it. No doubt I will share once I've received them. Again, both in the sale. I bought the seagull for a reason. Can I remember what that reason is? Oh, make it masculine. Future potential. Still not sure what I'm doing with make it masculine. I bought the polar bear in order to make, hopefully, as long as they are cute and easy, 5 little placemat signs with names on for Christmas, or initials on or something. Did I need another die? No, I could have just done it out of one of the ones I've already got, but I spotted them, so I bought it. And this has been the problem of being poorly for 2 weeks and pretty much being stuck in a horizontal position, is I have done a lot of purchasing. Now, some of those purchases are on purpose because it is Christmas and I have had to buy presents. However, I have bought myself some stuff. So yeah, it's been an expensive 2 weeks of lying on my backside and not doing anything. It's not been a very nice 2 weeks, I must admit. I've also watched a lot of craft videos, and can we just give a big round of applause? She won't be watching this. She's far too busy and far too important to watch me. But the lovely Jennifer Maguire did an amazing job. I have only managed to watch one day of the Thanksgiving weekend, but she did all day on Black Friday, and then she did 2 sessions, both quite well, a couple of hours in the morning and then a good long session in the afternoon on the Saturday, and then apparently did some more on the Sunday, showcasing obviously all the sales that are going on, but all the businesses, and so inspirational. I have written down at least 3 or 4 things that I'm like, oh, I want to try that, or oh yeah, I forgot about doing that, I'll give that a go at some point. So a big shout out, please go and watch the amazing thing. I have to admit, I have watched it on like 1.5 speed, no, just I think it was 1.3 speed, where she didn't sound like a chipmunk, but it just went a little bit faster. I did watch it on speed just because I did fall asleep a couple of times because I wasn't well, but you know, I hadn't really got the energy to sit and watch 7 hours of, I've been 8 hours of crafting all on the go. But she is partly the reason why I bought a seagull. She didn't demonstrate anything with a seagull, but she is part of the reason. She demonstrated the Spellbinders Hour, a fabulous set that looked great, and I was so close to buying, and I was like, you really don't need. It got a lighthouse in it, and I've already got a lighthouse. I think mine's from Elton. I was like, you don't need another lighthouse, but it was a really good sort of scene thing, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, and I really like that. Anyway, I didn't. I ended up buying a seagull instead. Right, enough waffling. Welcome to my life of waffle. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do give me feedback on the colour cube idea, please, and anybody you know that's doing this kind of thing, please let me know. I think that's about it. Subscribe to see future videos. There are a couple that I managed to film the other day when I did manage to sit for a few minutes. I did do a couple of scrapbooking videos, so that's the next couple of weeks of Scrapping Saturdays are already filmed. There is also a video coming out tomorrow, which is November's Make It Masculine. Yeah, I was late, but I was poorly. There was a reason. I was poorly, and also I did do a lot of videos in November with all of the Christmas card making, 30-day Christmas card making challenge. So yeah, so I have done November's Make It Masculine. On my list that I still need to do before the end of December is December's Make It Masculine, and my Christmas in December prompt, which is Winter Wonderland, and not necessarily a video, but I do need to do another Scrapping Saturday project, and that will probably sort me out for the rest of the month. I had a few projects already done, and there's a few design team things that were already done in advance. So my blog is pretty much full for every day, I think, with the exception of those gaps. So yeah, which is why I'm now thinking about what am I doing for next year. I think I'll come on and do a different video for that. I don't think we'll put that into this. This is already an 18-minute video, 19-minute video. So I will stop here now because I've already attempted to say goodbye, I think 3 times now. So yeah. I'm really bad at this. Okay, like, comment, talk to me about colour cubes, subscribe to see future videos. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've made it through to the end. And round of applause for the hair. Thank you, Robin, for making my hair bright, even if my energy levels are like until next time, bye bye.